We never asked the Quizard to suck us up into his liminal pit. But every week he sucks us up and we're starting to get tired of it. We don't feed him facts, we'll die, and so we try to satisfy him, even though the guy's a piece of shit. So we learn, we absorb, we do not touch the orb as inches of Quizard's pit.
Oh, okay. Wow, this is... Okay, hello everyone, welcome to Quizard's Pit.
I got sucked in with a piece of trash.
No way. Is the idea that you get sucked every day? Or
What do you
you've
mean
been
the
sucked?
idea?
What do you
We
mean?
just get sucked
it just
up.
happens.
Yeah, but is what happened, just to reiterate for the people at
So
home.
you're not wearing a jumpsuit.
Well, I know. What the
We're
fuck is that
learning-
about?
So you're the... I didn't even know another person could be here. I got to be real with you.
So we have been sucked into the Quizard's Pit twice now.
Yeah. And you get
Just
sucked
by
during your
ourselves.
normal life. So you go back at the end, do you get unsucked?
We don't know when we get... Yeah, we just get sucked in the middle of living our lives.
Yeah.
We appeared
We were
here.
at a
You
birthday
get
party.
sucked at a birthday
we were at
party?
a birthday party.
So check this out, and this you'll actually
A birthday party rehearsal.
as a birthday
to
party
be
rehearsal.
clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll appreciate
Don't...
it.
And by the way, do not...
I'm not touching it.
Okay.
I was actually already warned about the orb, but I wouldn't dare.
By who?
I don't want to say.
Did you dream about
Did
it?
you dream about
Maybe
this?
I have been having weird dreams.
Okay, that's part of it.
So we found out. Okay, so let me just run you down the lore.
Here's a quick, because our audience, they're still, this is a podcast we've discovered.
Yeah.
And they're learning with us about
course.
sort of the whole
Yeah.
rules of this weird thing that we're
That's a
going
good
through.
idea to run down the rules that we know, and especially for Miles who doesn't know.
That's true, yeah.
Here's the rules: we get sucked into the Quizard's Pit.
That's it.
Seemingly at the says,
Well, this
You should,
implies.
by the way, have the rules on the wall also.
that's a good idea.
Like
Like
right
at
here
the
it should
front
be
of-
like rule one.
Oh,
Is this
yeah,
from
we-
Obama?
We need to do the. It is. Yeah, we got a letter from Obama.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The first.
He's trying to get us out of here.
He's not doing a great
He's
job.
trying to use the space after.
But he's not the president anymore.
Yeah, so I think that's why. But he still has drones. I think he has like a hobby.
He's not still
a hobby
flying. You think he's still flying?
he's flying? That, they
Don't
let you
you-
do
okay.
when you're president. They let you do it.
Don't you think? And this is a genuine question. Don't you think Obama probably still could be like, can I get one of those drones?
Go strap into one of those.
Let me.
I think Obama has a hookup with DJI, and he's getting this sort of mini.
Yeah.
Did DJI do that? DJI. You said DJI.
DJI.
Did DJI do the fucking bomb drones?
No. Did they?
I don't
I mean, by the way, the sensors on those things are good. I'll say that.
they could if they
They
wanted.
probably could. Welcome to Quizard's Pit. But so
The rules.
We need to get a board like The Quiet Place that has the rules.
That's a good idea because we're trying to figure this out too. Okay, the rules are we get sucked seemingly at the Quizard's whim.
yeah,
Every week.
he
What's
gets
wrong?
sucked by the quiz, and he's sucking you. Have you met him?
No.
I don't know why the phrase "Quizard's whim" just made me spit my coffee.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it? We don't
Spin
choose.
sauce.
It's in the
Quizard's whim
Quizard's
is a
whim.
completely different show.
And by the way, so it is the idea that there's obviously auxiliary power in the Quizard's Pit because there's a TV behind us.
Well, we don't know how things are powered.
This was
Okay,
part
so
of
we
it.
don't
In
know.
the first episode, he told. Have you ever seen Contact with Jodie Foster?
Oh my God, no.
She goes to. Okay, spoilers for Contact.
I've seen Flight Plan.
I haven't seen that. My parents saw it and they said it was confusing.
It's really good. It's good.
I remember the premise of that movie being like, how could they resolve this?
Where's my daughter?
She goes missing on a plane?
Yeah, you'd
Where
be
could she
surprised.
be?
You'd be
Okay.
surprised.
Do you think it's a bad idea to put coffee on my suit, or is that like a patina?
That's a patina.
I think it's a patina. By the way, every single piece of clothing that I own is covered in stains. I've never not
Me
had a
too.
shower.
My wife is always like, what do you, come on.
See, I can't wear a white. I have so many white shirts, and every time I go, this is going to be different. And I get a big coffee stain, and then I'm like, it'll come out in the wash. It won't.
You ever get a coffee stain that's like this big?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Literally the other day, I had a white T-shirt on, and I was making flowers for my wife.
Really thought you were going to say making love.
You were making flowers?
I was making a bouquet for my wife,
That's adorable.
Oh my God.
who did a dance show.
That's beautiful.
Very sweet.
Not what the story
Just
is
on your
about.
own, you were walking around the neighborhood picking them?
No, you go get the flowers
yeah,
you
I've
want.
done- okay,
and
you
then
go-
you put them in.
You go to like
from
a
the-
florist and say, I'll have some of those.
I don't
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, what do you do?
I do it
what do you do?
myself.
What do you mean? Oh, you go to like the,
Like a
the
nursery?
market.
I go to the market and I pick the flowers and I go, well, this will work together. And sometimes I'll Google what is good for this occasion.
That's beautiful. That's nice.
And then I'll put them together. And she likes this particular flower, and those are always in there.
Which one?
She likes lilies.
Those are
Lilies.
great.
Yeah.
Lily. Like Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah,
She's a
just
big
like
fan.
yeah.
But anyway, so I had this white shirt on, and then the pistols. Pistols?
Yeah, yes. pistils and stamens.
Yeah. Rubbed on my shirt.
Yeah, they
rubbed on my shirt.
They're dusty.
And so check this out. I was like, that's on me. Okay. I'll go change my shirt and then I'll finish this.
Oh,
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I put another white shirt on.
Oh my God. No.
Yeah.
By the way, I've done that though. You're like, well, not this shirt. Let me get the other. I just got this all messy and I'm like not done doing
You
yard
might as
work
well
or whatever.
just, if you're riding it hard, putting it back wet, just let it be
Yeah.
wet.
If
Well,
you're
now they're
by
both
the way,
on.
and that's the clip. If you're riding it hard, putting it back wet.
Let it be wet.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a podcast.
You know, that's about
person on.
horses and sweating. You know, they get real sweaty.
I used to actually have a horse.
Did it sweat?
It was struck by lightning. Let's take a
I
call.
believe you.
Sorry.
It's a different show.
I had a pony named Flowers. I had a horse named Chance.
Chance got struck by lightning?
Flowers got struck by lightning. That's
That makes sense.
how you know it's the Chance.
My dad
But no,
got struck by lightning.
Your dad got struck by lightning? Is he okay?
No, I think the
Twice?
lightning struck the puddle he was standing in and it knocked him out in the Jewel parking lot.
Did you know that there's that's crazy, by the way.
He woke up.
And I wanted to ask, is your father a part of the cult? Cult
there a-
religious group of people who have been struck by lightning?
They
Can
probably
you not
wouldn't admit
say
him.
cult?
Huh?
Can you not say cult?
No, I just don't want to. If anyone in the audience is a part of this group, religious organization, there's a group of people.
Oh, right.
We'll have to- maybe we'll do an episode about lightning someday if the Quizard's whim dictates.
I've seen ball
like that.
lightning when I was a boy.
Yes.
I have seen it, and I didn't know what it was until much later when I listened to a Radio Lab.
But have they ever even like captured that on film?
They have. There's rumors about it, but I don't know.
I don't
That
know
would
what ball
suggest that
lightning
they
is.
haven't.
So ball lightning, and this is not what the Quizard asked for this week.
No.
We don't know what he's asked for yet.
When does he ask?
He sends it.
He sends it to-
through the
we have a
tube.
suck
So
tube.
that tube over there
Yeah.
will send the request, and then this tube over here will send it back.
And presumably, and just because we're getting all the rules out on the board, presumably
Well, we've gotten you one so far.
you got
Yeah.
one, but the Quizard. Oh, and let's spin it all around. By the way, doing a mic 360 is awesome.
That's pretty good.
Hey, let's take
Yeah, you
another
really
call.
gotta get some slack
but,
on that.
presumably, the Quizard has HDMI, which is just good to know because you can see some of the cables coming out of it.
Yeah, that was the second part of it.
Contact is a movie about Jodie Foster going to space to meet aliens.
Oh yeah,
And she goes and she sees her dad on a beach.
Is their dad an alien?
And the aliens are like, we're making this comfortable for you by giving you sort of a familiar face and a familiar surrounding. And we think that's what the Quizard did because in the first episode, he was like, I've tried to approximate your podcast set.
Love that.
Yeah.
But it's still a pit.
But he got it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
he put in an orb that we think kills.
we don't know about the orb.
Have you tried pouring anything on it?
No.
Sorry,
That's
this
not a
is
bad idea.
I
But
just
that could be like
dangerous.
very
I don't want
dangerous.
to touch. I don't want to get anywhere near the orb because it's like one of those things where like I've seen so many fail army clips where someone where you think when you're watching fail army clips and you go, how do you think that was gonna go?
Yeah.
Right?
You poured liquid on the orb. That's
And then
What did you? I don't want someone watching me. Killing my whole lineage frontwards and backwards because I put some coffee on the orb.
That's a good point. And backwards.
I think about that a lot. People are always worried about their
Their children.
Their descendants.
go back.
Us goes
Ascendants.
back.
Yeah. Look at the descendants.
Ancestors.
The ancestors. But
Well,
but this is okay. So now
It's a
all the
show
rules are on the table.
BBC.
So so he's approximating he's like these guys.
He based this
be
whole thing
comfortable.
on one episode of Get Scared that we had,
Called
which
Get
is Get
Bugged.
Bugged, which we were the only two hosts on.
yeah. He was a big fan.
I guess.
I like
Have you
this
ever
a lot.
listened to Get Bugged?
What's Get Bugged? Is that the one episode of Get Scared?
It was a limited run podcast. Yeah.
I did not listen to Get Bugged. Was that about you guys getting scared about bugs?
No,
We weren't scared. We love bugs. We had a lot of rules
We
on
were
that
not
show.
scared. Actually, we were not scared at all. Thank you.
Yeah, we were very. That's why we had to change the title.
And by the way, somebody must have asked you this, but what's the scariest thing you've ever seen? No way that I cannot be the first person that's asked you this.
That's a good question.
No
Like in real
fucking
life?
way.
In real
To
life?
me, this is a classic fodder. Like someone asked you this on
We
the
did
fucking
do
street.
110 episodes of Get Scared, and people wrote in a lot of stuff. And
Nobody
I don't
ever
think
asked what's the scariest thing you've ever
I'm
seen.
sorry. What the fuck?
Nobody
That's
ever asked when did you get scared.
Yeah, when did you get scared, or what was the scariest
It
thing
was a
you've
lot
seen?
of like what movie thing scared you, but never like
crazy.
I watched the light leave my grandpa's eyes or something like that.
Right.
yeah,
I saw
didn't happen to me.
tornadoes. I think are very scary.
that was the scariest.
I
You were
saw
like,
a
oh
pretty
shit,
gnarly tornado
tornado.
at a campground.
Scared
no
I've
less.
ever been.
Yeah, most
Might
scared.
have been when we were talking about the last week where the awning
Oh my god!
I was in a megabus and I was on the second floor and they had just clipped an awning of a gas station and it tore through.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It tore
and you were
through
in
the
the
thing.
back.
And I watched it come. And I was like, oh shit. And they stopped, luckily, before it got me. But there was.
Was it like in Home Alone when they stop the bus? Were you just going, ah! And it gets right up to your face?
It was more like Speed 2. Where the ship just careens through a bunch of things.
Yeah,
you know,
Oh my God.
And you're watching what you
that
think
happens
is
in Speed. You know what? That happens in Speed 1 as well.
Rip apart.
Jesus.
That happens in Speed 1 as well. With the subway train tearing through all the...
Yeah.
I guess you're
right.
They just changed it to boat.
That's a near-death experience, man.
It was a near-death experience. It's the only time I've ever gotten close. And that's why I don't mess around with stuff
Have
like
you ever
the
had
orb.
a near-death experience?
For me, have I ever? I don't know.
Someone's had to have asked you this.
You're very close to the orb.
I don't have a podcast called Get Deathed.
Neither do we.
Okay, but yeah, a near-death experience. I don't know if I think I've been scared. I think that the things that scare me are like medical anxiety more than.
Of course.
I'm like, oh my God, my heart's beating too much.
Slow and long.
Yeah, slow and long.
Your
and
heart's okay.
not sudden and scary.
I thought you were going to reaffirm that for him and be like, your heart is
Your
beating
heart
too.
is
But also, I would expect you guys to be like, oh no, we're in some fucking abandoned trailer park and there was a guy with a gun or something. You know.
I mean, were you scared when you thought you were being robbed on the Island of the Dolls?
No, Ryan always big ups that story. He big fishes it, I think.
Oh,
There was like guys that were not part of the experience that were there to maybe take your money.
Yeah, it was definitely fishy, but I didn't think we were.
Can I respectfully say?
Yeah.
Sometimes white people think that they're fine in
I
situations
understand
that they're probably not fine.
I fully get that. I fully get that.
But I feel like that's also true in the opposite, where sometimes white people feel like they're in danger when they're not actually in danger.
Oh, that's true too. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, absolutely.
The gist of it was we were on this boat going to the Island of the Dolls, and the person who was taking us there was basically like, you guys agreed to pay me this. And we were like,
Oh,
no, the email said we were only going to pay this much. And he was like, no.
Oh.
And really, it seemed like the big risk was, well, if you don't pay me this, I'm just going to take you back.
Right.
But you were worried, yeah.
Yeah. And what we ended up doing was giving him all the money we had. Which that now sounds
You did get robbed.
And I did say at the time,
Certainly got
this is
robbed.
what a robbery is.
You know you got robbed.
Yes.
You just thought there was no real danger beyond that.
Yeah.
But I've thought about that before. I'm like, if I got robbed, I'd just be like, take for sure.
Yeah.
We got there and,
don't wanna die.
his wife and kids were on the island. We chatted with them. I didn't think it was a bad scene.
And
Also, they take bachelorette parties to that island. And,
right.
It's like
That's
a tourist destination. We happened to be there at night during a rainstorm and it was like a little spooky, but
I will say when we were in, my wife and I were in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I'm very concerned about the fact that both of these stories come from Mexico. But
I had a great time in Mexico.
yeah, you
City. I loved it.
that was perceived danger. And so was mine, actually.
Yeah.
But I had, you hear a lot about number one, you hear a lot about corrupt police in Mexico.
Sure.
Doing a thing where they'll pull you over and they can do whatever they want. And then basically rob you, right?
Yeah.
Among other things. But
Yeah.
we were driving on this very long, dark road to get to this hotel, and then police lights flash behind us. And I'm like, I've heard a lot about this.
Yeah.
But I think we're cool. I think it's okay. And then they were behind us for probably, and I'm not even kidding, 10 minits.
But you didn't pull over?
And I was like, oh, I guess he's not pulling over. So I guess at a certain point I was like, oh, we're fine then. And then they went around us and went forward.
You weren't going to pull over?
I wasn't driving. Sorry. That should have made that clear.
Oh, who was
We
driving?
had a driver.
So the driver didn't pull over?
He didn't pull over either. So he must have known, I guess.
I guess he was
But I also was like, is he in on this?
Oh,
You never know.
In
You
a
never
foreign,
know.
I mean, it's also in any foreign country that you're traveling, there are people that are like, we're going to take the tourist money.
Right.
I know
exactly.
people that's happened to.
Exactly. But I had a wonderful time in Mexico. Nothing happened to me.
You're half
great.
Mexican.
That is true.
People don't know.
That's true.
I'm just
I guess, yeah.
I'm
I guess
couching this.
I was nervous about saying, I don't want to misrepresent Mexico. It's a lovely place.
One of the things I found so charming in Mexico City is that we were in a cab at some point, and routinely when we pulled up to a stoplight, the cars would just chat with each other.
Yes.
I loved that. Can you imagine doing that in LA?
That's wild.
Yeah.
I've been trying to do that more.
Really?
But, okay, because I do also feel that I'm like, if I'm at a stoplight with somebody and they're in their car and they're alone and I'm in my car and I'm alone, I'm kind of like,
What's
I am
up?
a little bit trying to look over and be like,
That's crazy.
I just feel like life is too short not to just have a joy exude.
But life feels much longer when you just go, okay, we're just going to.
Well, no, exactly. Life is, but it's also like, if somebody's like doing something crazy on the sidewalk, it's kind of like if you're on a subway car and something crazy happens, looking at the person across from you and being like, that was crazy. And usually those people are going to be like, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a shared human experience of like, we're all in this together, baby.
It is nice to remember that. Yeah. We haven't done a proper introduction. We've never had a guest on the show. In the pit.
In the pit. Well, I got sucked.
This is Miles Bonsignore. Is that how you say it?
I don't know.
Can I say
What do you mean you don't know?
Can I?
I've had that with my name every now and then.
1000%. I 1000% agree with you that I don't know when people go, is that how you say it? I go, I don't know.
Well, so when I was a kid, the name is Bonsignore.
Yeah.
But however,
Do
when I was a kid,
you put the stank on the E?
Oh,
It's
so-
not stank.
well, what's interesting is this: growing up, and it is stank, and that's deeply offensive. But it is. When I was growing up, I would go Bonsignore because
Yeah.
I have relatives from like upstate New York, and they would always go Miles. They would go, we're the Bonsignore. We're the Bonsignores.
Yeah.
But it is a Sicilian name, so it's Bonsignore. And then I was doing the tripod, and they would go, now advice I go for Miles with Miles Bonsignore, and I was like, that is how you say it.
Yeah.
And so then I started going by Miles Bonsignore,
That's nice.
which is the name, but it just depends.
I've told this story a couple times, I think. Not on this, whatever this is. My last name is Real,
Mm-hmm.
but I say Real. And
Oh,
then
too.
it's close. And
Sometimes
then Ryan would say Real, which is closer to
Yeah, I
correct.
feel like sometimes I would say like Real.
I would say Matt Real.
I kind of like
That's
take
what-
my pick.
And that's correct.
Matt Real.
But I grew up just being like, until I moved to California, I had not heard it uttered correctly by a stranger.
Matt
Yeah.
Real.
And which I was like 25.
Did they
Yeah.
all just call
It's
you
all,
Real?
it was Matt Rio.
Yeah.
By the way,
And then Rio, that was it. Growing up in the South, Rio.
podcast with you called The Real Real.
That's good.
The real, real, REAL.
Yeah, it's just spelled Real Real.
Oh, the real. My brother,
Real
did,
Real.
my brother did have a show called The Real DL.
That's good. Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
By the way, can you send me your brother's stretching routine?
Oh yeah,
Is he limber?
He stretches at night. We were talking about should we be stretching, and my brother stretches at night.
Well, we were learning about the woman the most officially recorded woman who lived to like the longest age. She was 122, and she
Oh.
stretched every morning.
Have you guys been? I was trying to get into doing lymphatic, the thing where
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
I haven't been doing
I
it.
think it's similar to that.
Yeah, it's like
You
it's
got to
supposed
get
be-
stuff moving.
You gotta get
know?
your blood flow. I
Yeah.
just fucked up my toe though, so I'm really sort of thinking
What'd
about.
you do?
I'm so sorry.
Guys, I was running to get a lemon.
You're running to
barefoot.
get a lemon.
I was running barefoot. I have a lemon tree in my backyard, and it's fucking chock ass full of lemons.
So where are the lemons going that you got to run after?
Well, I was making tuna salad. And I thought, oh man, all the ingredients are here except for it's missing acidity. I forgot the lemons.
Was like baby on baby on you like baby on the countertop.
No, baby. I left the baby with a knife.
Baby on the
It's like the
countertop with a
baby.
knife.
It's like
I
the
gotta
baby
hurry
over.
up.
I was like, this is awesome. And I have to run to the backyard. And I ran, and there's little steps up to where the lemon tree is. And I was like really running fast. And I just like, stubbed my toe. But I was like, ow, that kind of hurt. Stubbed. And I was getting the lemon, got the lemon, holding it, looking down. And I was like, my toe's covered in blood. And it was like, I had stubbed it so hard that like the toe had shifted the skin. And so it was really bad.
Because
So now-
stubbing at walking speed is bad.
No, but it was like
Stubbing
it
it
was like
full run.
split like a piece of the toe kind of off.
Oh,
So that's where I'm
Let's
from.
see it. I don't want to see it. I was
Just
joking.
show like a censored, like it's a
I'll color that to be like flesh color, then I'll do a mosaic over it.
Yeah.
I'm not editing this, so I don't know why I'm saying
I'll do that.
tube's going. You hear the tube right now.
Oh,
Okay.
Whoa.
A communique.
Communique from the wizard.
The Quizard.
Wonder if he says anything about Miles being here. Does he know?
Does he know I'm here?
Oh, he does. I see your name in
sucked
this
me.
letter.
He sucked me up.
He sucked you.
He didn't suck you off.
He sucked you up.
Did he suck you off?
I don't think so.
Miles.
I'd rather not say. When you guys have a horny dream, well, I'll get into it later.
Hello, boys. Welcome back. Once again, great job on last week's topic. We're all just buzzing.
Who's
We're
all
all just
He's got
buzzing.
coworkers?
I
Maybe
don't
it's like
know.
a royal we.
No,
Oh.
it sounds like he's got friends.
Or he could be like a Borg queen.
I don't know what that means.
Like a Borg queen.
Is
You
it-
know the Borg?
Oh, Borg.
Is that like a hot wife?
Borg queen.
Borg
I thought you meant
From Star
you said
Trek.
Board queen.
from Star Trek.
I am Locutus of Borg. You are Borg.
You know, they're a hive mind.
Resistance is futile.
Resistance is futile.
They're all
of course.
together, yeah.
I like the Borg.
Okay.
Anyway, you're noticing that you are joined by Miles Bonsignore.
Oh my God, yeah, he did know.
He knew how to
That's cool.
host of the Perfect Person podcast
That's right.
and executor of at least
Executor?
executor of at least 3 different people's final wills.
That's good.
Is that
Three
a-
different final. Oh, in that. Sorry.
Is that wrong information?
executor?
So you're in charge of 3 people's wills?
I guess I have a wife and 2 kids. Is that what they mean?
Maybe that's what that means.
Maybe he chat GPT'd that one.
I think that you think he has Chat GPT?
We think he uses us
He
like
uses-
chat.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, maybe you're the sort of AI inside the machine. How about this?
Yes.
Chat GLP-1.
That's interesting.
Let's take a call.
We can send that to the wizard. Like, you got to learn how this show works. That's one of the rules. No calls, as far as we know. Well, maybe eventually.
Well, we do have the phone number, so hopefully, we'll get a call one day.
Miles has proven to be quite well experienced
Oh,
and well read on today's topic, so I figured why not suck him up too? I can do it to pretty much whoever.
he's being braggadocious.
That's good.
Very braggy.
We'll get Bryan Cranston on.
He's not wearing a jumpsuit because he's not a prisoner, regular, just hanging out.
Sorry, you can't when you're in written
Yeah, just
word,
delete
you
it.
can't- He's typing. He's typing.
Just delete it.
It give me an awkward moment.
It's like that Elton John song where he goes, "If I was a sculptor,"
But then again, no.
well, just change the.
But then again, oh yeah, today's topic is coffee. Good luck, the Quizard.
I know about that.
Oh, that's why you're here.
Yeah, I know about that.
You know a lot about coffee.
I do. I know a lot about coffee. Well, but it sort of is like anything. The more you know, the less you know. Where I feel like if you dive deep on any topic, like the astronauts who went to the fucking Artemis 2, if you ask them like, how's space work? They'd be like, well, it's actually like, I'm not, there's like,
you think you're an astronaut?
I'm not. But I think that it's a good example of like, the more you know about something, you just sort of don't know everything about it.
Well, because then you know how much you don't know.
Exactly.
It's
And
like it's like MTV's True Life.
When I
You
was
think
look-
you know?
yeah.
You have no idea.
I don't
You have no
know.
idea. But when I was first like into coffee, I thought that I had a real, and this may be just a young person thing, but you're like, good coffee is this. This is good coffee. And like,
I have my idea of what good coffee is.
let's say I would like when I was a 20 something, I probably wouldn't. I'd be like, I just want to only drink coffee from third wave coffee shops that's like this. And now I think I just have I'm like, oh yeah, hotel coffee, whatever. I'll have
Oh, okay. So I'm excited to hear you say that because I am.
We'll have some general coffee talk before we get into our facts.
Yes.
Coffee
We didn't do that
talk.
with one of our previous vampires. We kind of jumped right into the facts, but
Oh yeah.
let's brew a little bit. Let's percolate.
Hey. Sorry.
It was really loud.
It could kill us all. Like you think that you might just be doing something to yourself, but it could kill us all.
Wait, did you touch it?
It's like,
No,
no, I didn't
he
touch
didn't.
it. It's like the Cameron Diaz button.
The Cameron Diaz button.
She was in a movie where she touched the button and somebody
Oh,
dies.
the button.
The button. The box.
With Cameron
Yeah.
Diaz.
The box.
The box.
That's
With
a
Frank
box.
D'Angelo.
Frank Langella.
I always mix that. Number one, Frank D'Angelo is not a person. D'Angelo's a person.
Yeah.
Frank Langelo's a person.
He was in Robot and Frank.
That's right.
Oh.
Let me be.
You ever see that movie?
No, I never did. Have you seen Wild Robot?
Yeah.
It's a good movie. Sure.
I didn't
That's
watch that movie. I don't watch movies with animals in peril or it's like those things.
You don't
It can't
watch,
do
it's
it.
kinda
you don't watch
interesting.
Hoppers? You too good for Hoppers?
What's interesting about Wild Robot is actually it's very much about,
a robot.
well, it's about a robot, but it's very much a message about climate change
Yeah.
and about how nature, like there's a part.
a break.
Yeah, that's one of the other rules about this.
Oh yeah, is the Quizard
show.
not into?
We can't acknowledge climate change on
No
this show.
way.
The Quizard doesn't like it.
This
The
thing
Quizard,
has a high carbon footprint. I think this.
dude. No, yeah, absolutely.
This
I
orb
feel-
runs through water.
Yeah,
The one-
This
like
orb
a
has
data
several
center.
data centers powering it.
The one thing I noticed when I got back home the last time, this whole half of my side was
No
burned.
way.
It's ridiculous.
deeply radiated.
No. We all believe in climate change, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. But what you were about to say with the hotel
Yes.
coffee thing, you're like, I'm glad
Oh.
to hear that.
Yes. And I suppose we could get in a coffee chat now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just kind of been like always been okay with whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
the more I had coffee, I'm like, Starbucks is bad coffee.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm just like, I will not go to certain places that just suck at coffee. Number one, fuck them anyway. But
Yeah.
it's just like, it's one of those things like this is so easy to stop going there because it fucking sucks.
Yeah,
anyway,
right.
it's
No,
coffee.
that's like they do bad union shit.
They over
like,
roast their
busting.
beans for consistency.
overwork their workers.
By over roast their beans, I mean overwork their workers.
Yeah. But it's also just like not good coffee.
No.
So anyway, I'm fine with hotel coffee. I really don't give a shit about whatever. If there's coffee, and maybe it's like set life thing where it's like, you know,
Coffee makes me happy. So whenever it is there,
exactly.
even if it's like not incredible, I
Right.
don't care.
Yeah.
I love most. I've really only had one bad cup of coffee in my entire life.
Really?
At a car rental place, we were on an unsolved trip.
Such a specific.
It was like
memory.
one of those little kiosks that's like in the middle of a parking
Was I
garage.
there? No.
I don't think you were there for this
Okay.
one. But Ryan and I went in to like, you know, give the information, and we were waiting for the car, and we each got a cup of coffee, and the lady was like, I just brewed that. And we were like, great. And I took one sip and I was like, this is like the only bad cup of, and
You said that to her?
no, I didn't. I went into the bathroom and I dumped it in the toilet.
Oh wow.
So you were like, I'm not even going to drink this.
I couldn't.
Wow.
It was really bad. But other than that, I'll take it.
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
Hotel coffee, love it. Gas station coffee, love it.
Yeah, I think it's like with coffee, when you're new to anything, you get very binary about your opinions about it. Like
Yes.
if you're new,
Yeah.
like it's like the joke of the film school bro being like, that movie sucks.
Yeah.
And like Interstellar's awesome. Like, you know, and Interstellar actually is cool. But I think that when you are in the infancy of anything, you don't have humility about it. So it's like arrogance breeds confidence, and
You're
education
so right
breeds,
about that.
you know?
Because I was film school bro for the longest time. And sometimes still kind of am. But so often now I'm like, do you know how hard it is to make anything?
So hard.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
So why would I poo-poo on that? You know,
Yeah, right.
like I don't do reviews on Letterboxd. I just heart things if I like them.
Same baby.
Yeah, and then I'll say like, here's. Sometimes I'll be like, here's a little clip.
I do my little fun. I don't rank the star. I can't do the.
That's stressful
Yeah.
to me. I can't.
Yeah.
I've tried to use Letterboxd several times, and it just feels it's too arbitrary.
I use it as just a log.
I go Rotten Tomatoes style, heart if or no.
That's nice. I like that.
But I don't, because I'm like a 3 out of. I think it stresses me out to think of the number of stars that something.
Right.
gets.
yeah,
yeah.
you can't do that.
But with coffee, I think also the when you really get down in the nitty gritty. I also have a coffee company. Maybe I should have disclosed that to the Quizard. But
He
and this is an
probably
ad.
knew. He probably knew that.
And this is an ad. But because
Shout it out right now.
per person coffee code, baby. But what's funny about coffee is, yeah, if you go to a diner, they've been making coffee the same way for so fucking long.
Yeah,
that
the
it's
pots probably have a nice patina. on
nice
them.
patina.
Yeah.
It's gonna taste probably like diner coffee.
Oh
If
my
you get a
God.
nice bag of beans and you have a grinder and you have your espresso machine at home and you're doing all this stuff, there are so many variables where it could taste like total dog shit.
Yeah.
You're like introducing more variables, and like maybe the upside is higher that you're gonna have like an incredible, perfect espresso or cup of coffee. But the downside is also there too, where it could taste like totally poop,
Yeah.
and that would be fine.
Is that mostly like kind of masturbatory? The whole process of home, like.
I don't think so. I do it
no.
because it's cheaper.
And
But how much are you doing? Because like I see
Every morning.
But how much are you doing? Are you like stamping the?
Okay, so I'm not
espresso
doing
and,
espresso. I just have a
Is that what it's called?
like tamping?
Tamping.
tamping,
Yeah.
stamping.
Well, people can stamp on it.
Sure
They
you
can
could.
stamp.
No, I grind
Stamp
the beans
down
and I do
coffee.
filter coffee. I have a nice machine.
You
But
grind the beans.
I grind
and
the
you
beans.
Yeah.
But I do I have an espresso machine I don't use all the time. I do
I'm
like
not a big-
I do a Chemex, so I grind
Yeah.
it. And
that's
then
nice too.
But again, it's not that it's like when you say it's masturbatory, it's like it is.
I'm asking.
It is. I think it's ritual. So
It is.
I think that the argument actually for I do it because it's a better cup of coffee is actually not a good argument, because sometimes it's not a better cup of coffee.
That's okay. So that's what I mean about it being masturbatory. Or for someone like
Yeah.
if they go, no, this is the only way to do it. And it's like
that's silly. That's
I
silly.
don't feel that way. And in
But
fact,
the ritual I respect and
Yeah.
think that is good.
In fact, I'm trying to make a video about the Mr. Coffee because I think that it's a lot of people don't know how to use Mr. Coffee, and it's the cheapest. I think it's $20. You can get a drip pot of Mr. Coffee or whatever.
Yeah.
And I want to take one apart and be like, here is functionally what is happening, and here's how to make really good coffee
That's
with
a
Mr.
good
Coffee.
video.
That's nice.
Because it's not. People are like, I bought coffee from the store and I put it in my Mr. Coffee and it tasted bad. And it's like, well, like even if you have nice coffee, if you put too much coffee, it's going to taste bad. If you put too little coffee, it's going to taste bad.
Yeah.
If you don't have the right grind, it's going to taste bad. If you have too much water,
Right.
you have to introduce the variables the right way. But I think that every little step you make is just to control the flow of water over ground coffee at a rate that the solubles that are coming out of the ground coffee are around the same percentage without going too far, because then it's going to taste bitter and nasty. And it's actually just physics. It is math. If you grind something small.
Are you weighing?
I'm weighing. Yes, I'm weighing my coffee.
I gotta say, just interrupt
I
and
don't
say
weigh.
the Quizard is like,
I fucking nailed this one.
He's good. But see, that's the thing is, it's just, if you grind something small, like think about sand, then it is going to, the water is going to spend more contact with every grain of sand than if you have a stream that has rocks in it. The water is going to flow really quickly through the rocks, and they're not going to spend as much time with those rocks.
so that's what all of the stuff is about, where you're like tamping it because you're getting rid of the air.
You're introducing pressure. Also, an espresso machine is introducing pressure, which is introducing the rate of flow to something. So it has to be a fine grind, so it spends a little bit longer, but not too long, that it's going to taste long. Basically, coffee bean in water, if it's in the bean for a long time, it's going to taste bitter and nasty. If it's in the bean for a short time, it's going to taste sour. If it's in the bean, around the bean and the coffee grounds for the perfect time, it'll taste a little bit sour, a little bit bitter, and a little bit sweet. And that's what makes good coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Hello. But like anything, I think that people with coffee like comes coffee culture, which is the idea that people don't like paying a lot for something, which I get. And I think that that's why I've also had an appreciation for, like, if you have Folgers in your drip pot, that's what you drink, that's
God
what you
love
like,
you.
then I have to respect that is what you can't afford and it's a part of your routine. Folgers is probably made with super unethical practices, right?
Yeah, right.
But that's what it is. That most people can just afford that. So in my mind, like with my coffee company and with everything, I'm just like, more information helps people feel less like you're being called stupid by people who like something nice.
Right.
And more when you pay $5 or, sometimes way more for a cup of coffee, it's because they're probably paying more for the beans, to the actual farms.
Right.
They're shipping it in such a way. Everyone's getting paid along the way.
A little bit better, yeah.
A little bit better. And that is therefore a more expensive cup of coffee, which is, crazy.
I really appreciate that explanation.
Thanks.
Because I can fall into the trap of, like, give me a fucking break.
Which is, I think that is, like, to me, totally valid, because I think most people who talk about nice things, it's when you see like the Letterboxd review by some very famous actor, and they'll be like, well, my favorite 4 movies, I'm a cinephile, are these obscure movies.
Yeah.
And idiots in the comments are like, why don't you say Minions or whatever?
Right.
And it's like, well, actually, this person is a really big fan of movies and has probably watched so many movies and are picking niche ones because they respect the craft, but they feel attacked by something that,
I do. Do you guys ever wonder about when people hop into that Criterion closet, if they're like,
I would have no idea what to do.
I really think
I would.
I always try to peg, like, who was gaming the system before this, and like looking up the Criterion collection.
I would have to. I'd be like, there's so many movies.
Yeah.
You think so you're just saying they're not organically like, oh my God.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think people are stacking the deck a bit.
I would be there I'd be there for 3 hours and be like, you don't have this? This isn't in the Criterion?
Yeah.
Be Kind Rewind? That's an incredible film.
You don't have Be Kind Rewind? Jack Black?
That's not on there? That's not on.
I don't know.
Because Be Kind Rewind, I don't think is in there.
I don't think so. But Michelle Gondry should be in there.
I think there's something funny about picking a Nora 4 times. Being like,
I remember this.
oh my God.
Oh, you get
So this is, and actually this is a great one. But also I think there's something funny about Nora. We're like, by the way, I really liked Nora, but me and my wife were just joking. I'm like, no, babe, you gotta watch it. It's like,
that's how
really, really
That
good.
happens every single year with the Oscar stuff. It's like
I can see her boobs in it and be like, that's art.
That's the argument.
It's a movie.
That's probably not the thing you want to say and can have no response.
Hey, you guys left
Matt
me
and I just
in
stunned
the
here.
dark.
And that's our first Quizard's Pit stunning,
Holy
full stun.
Fuck. It was horrible.
I'm going to put the Sekiro Barry sound right there.
We could have the orb kill him right there if we need to. It just shoots lightning.
I know what you mean, though.
But like just the idea of being a movie that starts with a scene where it's like, there's a ton of nudity. It's obviously a beautiful movie, but just what it is.
It's art. It is art.
But anyway, I would be lost in the Criterion Closet because I don't have that film. I love movies, but I don't have like niche feel. I wouldn't be able to just pick and choose. It would be too hard.
Well, the good thing to do would be just go in there and just be like, you don't have Gone Fish? Like just constantly naming movies that they don't have.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm good.
Like, oh
I guess I'm good. Can I keep the bag?
Sorry. What the hell?
All right, so we have to talk about coffee, or we're never going to get out of the Quizard spin.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that you're the person that he sucked up for this.
Me too.
Because you know so much.
Thank you.
How this works is that we're going to bounce back and forth 3 facts each. If you got one that you want to toss in there, feel free. If something we say is either incorrect or extremely correct, you go, good.
And you have the wisdom.
Is there misinformation sprinkled?
A little.
By the way, I like the idea that you're like, we'll go back to back, and 3 of these are lies.
That's not a bad. That's too complicated. But you do have experience as a barista, though.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
So
yes.
you can bring that to the table. I was also a barista at Starbucks, which
Hey, but again, like
I disavow.
Did you not also work at a Starbucks?
I did not work at a Starbucks.
Where'd you work?
And I would actually say that Starbucks is by the way, fuck Starbucks and their unions and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting piece of the coffee puzzle because I think that coffee culture would not be what it is without the emergence of
1000%.
Starbucks. And you needed that as the big corporate villain for people to be like, we can do this in a.
Can I say absolutely?
Yeah.
So here's my thing about. Hang with me here, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I think you'll appreciate.
Okay. All right.
I can't wait for what you're going to say.
People go.
Is he
Not throwing away
because he's the Starbucks of people.
People.
Holy shit.
Didn't say that. Didn't say that. He gets a lot of flack for being corny or having putting himself in everything.
From
and
who? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know, am I making this up? And I'm a notorious hater of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Notorious. Nobody knows who I am. But people go like, don't you find that guy so annoying? And I'm like, what he has done for the modern musical cannot be overstated.
Sure. Agreed.
I think he made them popular again.
Yeah.
I think he is an incredible writer and director. I mean, Tick, Tick, Boom.
Oh, I never saw Tick, Tick, Boom.
It's so good.
That's really good.
But I think that kind of like the Starbucks thing, where is it like anytime you reach a certain level of ubiquity, everyone's going to start to get annoyed. But that had to happen for us to get a lot of the other stuff. I mean, musicals are in theaters every year now.
I think Jennifer Lawrence, everyone was all of a sudden, she's one of the greatest actors we have. And then all of a sudden, people were like, I'm so annoyed by this. This person is annoying. And it's like, I think it's the same thing with the coffee information thing. When someone says something like, it's the best ever, then immediately people get defensive and they're like, oh, who the fuck do you think you are? Whatever. And I think with, what were you just saying? Lin-Manuel Miranda, I think is a great example of Hamilton is really good. And I think that it shaped how musicals are treated and how popular they are and how accessible they feel. Also Hamilton would do pay for schools to go see it. There's a lot of really great things behind it.
And I think that the issue with Hamilton specifically is if you watch that, I saw that for the first time because I didn't get to go see the show.
Yeah.
I saw it for the first time with a lot of people in 2020 when it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
The world had changed so significantly from 2016.
Sure had.
To been this is this wonderful, idyllic view of kind of liberalism that doesn't exist anymore. And didn't work. And so it's a little bit corny. Yeah. Right. But I was watching that and going man, this is an incredible technical achievement. Yeah. It's incredible that an original musical got this big. And if it was, not about a slave owner, then maybe it would. I think I'd be able to rock with it a little bit better.
What's interesting about that too is storytelling and the way that we tell history is so important, and getting kids to be even interested in a version of history that is hopeful in that way, I think is impressive. And it's
Absolutely.
Of course, the fact of this is all this was all politics. Yes, this guy owned slaves. None of these people are perfect, but I think just by making it a story and by asking people to be curious about it, I think that is such a win.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it's 2026. I would kill for a new original musical to blow up the way that Hamilton
Oh
did.
my God. It'd be
Because now
great.
it's like Back to the Future, this, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like.
And people are so cynical. Like the thing about
Yeah.
Hamilton is it felt hopeful. Also, musical theater is corny. I'm a huge musical theater person.
Yes, we
it
agree
is
on
corny,
this.
but I think that buying into it and seeing other people who love that corniness is such a joy. It's like we can together be like, I like this sort of dorky thing.
Exactly.
It's a cynical world.
Okay, coffee. Let's start with our facts.
So,
here.
am I allowed to talk when you say we're gonna go back to back with facts? Am I allowed to go?
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
We name a fact. We talk about a
should.
fact. Damn, that's crazy.
I'm excited about these. I have found in doing my research. So what happens with us is the Quizard will incept our minds while we're sleeping.
Oh, God.
And say we see two big eyes.
Two big eyes. Double Sauron.
Oh,
Kind of like
nice.
double
Speaking of
sword.
red eyes.
Yeah.
Two big ones.
Sorry, when you say two big ones and you go like this, I really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Two big ones.
Glowing
Two
eyes.
big ones.
Yeah. Right.
And and
I still
then
can't believe you guys went silent when I said a thing about Honora.
I think I was just
It felt
trying to,
right.
I was trying to understand what you were saying, and I was trying to come up with a response. And my brain
I thought
went,
maybe I thought it was going to keep going, and I was like, yeah, okay, speak on that.
I have found we get incepted in the middle of the night. Two eyes come into our dreams and say, "Learn a lot about coffee." So we don't.
Oh, I thought it was going to be he tells you the facts. He just tells you.
No.
We do our own research.
You learn.
We do our own
Got
research.
nice. Okay.
And then we have to go, oh my God, I have to fit this into my already busy life. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I don't have any children because of this.
Yeah.
Simply don't
have time.
I can't afford the responsibility.
Baby's going to be crying. You're going, I got to learn about, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a
I got to learn about
hilarious,
peacocks over here.
hilarious part of my existence is I'm like, Daddy's got to go to work. Daddy's got to.
That is funny because and I hope I'm not talking out of turn here, that your work is very silly.
Oh, of course, my work is extremely silly. No, I'm like, Daddy's got to go. Like, I'm like, yeah, all right, good night, Jillian. Like, I have to go, whatever, eat like food at a graveyard shift at a restaurant. And, like, it's like, what are you doing?
I like that
Dad?
new series, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. But then I'm also like, I have to go do my courtroom show. That's like totally dumb. Like,
Yeah.
It is all, but that's life,
It is really funny to be like, even with this project, I've been like really stressed about it the last few weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I
so
got to get
fun.
there early. There's so
I
much
gotta
to
get
do.
to the
And
pit.
then I'm in here like painting rocks.
Woo!
Like, we got to glue the gems in. Not that we did any of that because this
No,
is just
this
a
is
bit
all
that we
real.
got
Of course not,
sucked
it's
up.
real.
Also, I see you people out there saying these are fake.
They're real. And
They're
we
real.
realized after we put them up, they could have been a PNG. that we just
Oh,
laid over the
that's
frame.
So funny.
But they're real. The boulders are real. They're real.
Say la vie.
You want me to start?
Oh, no, I was going to say, do you want me to start?
I can't remember who started last time.
Clunky.
I started last time.
Okay, I'll start this time. This is interesting.
Okay.
We'll be the judge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be the judge of
Judge
that.
Miles.
You guys ever think, first fact, you guys ever think about how they make coffee in space?
I have not.
I have not.
Often
And it's just like coffee and astronauts. The more you know about coffee in space, the
more
less you know about
right,
coffee in
that's
space.
They invented a coffee machine.
Oh.
This was a team up between Argotech and Lavazza.
Oh, yeah.
You know Lavazza?
Of course.
I thought it was Lavazza, but it's
Is it
Lavazza?
Lavazza?
No, I don't know. It's
I'm
Italian.
not sure. I'm not Italian.
Lavazza.
They created the ISS Espresso.
Oh, that's so fucking
ISS
cool.
I
Espresso.
really like that.
Man, I want one.
So
I bet
coffee.
it costs like $4 million.
Yes, of course they do.
So they didn't actually invent I don't know how they did this prior, but it was one of 9 experiments selected by the Italian Space Agency for the Futura mission.
It's so funny that it was the Italians that were like, we got to figure out how to do coffee.
You gotta
in
have
space."
coffee in the space. Police.
It was like, let's see how to survive the radiation in the Van Allen belt and then how to have a good cup of joe.
I gotta get a little.
Cafe.
They didn't invent this until 2015. They installed it between 2015 and 2017.
Whoa.
What were they doing before? Drinking a Red Bull?
I don't know what they were drinking up there. Can you maybe they had like pre-made coffee, which couldn't have been very good, or instant coffee or something.
Probably instant. Although instant coffee is actually, well, sorry, I'll save it.
Obviously, dripping is a big part of coffee, but with espresso, it's more about pressure. So this is a pressure-based system. It's made out of steel because it uses so much pressure.
Yeah, whoa.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, and it's got to be in pressure up there.
Yeah. And they drink it out of a strange little bag that sort of drip feeds it into their.
So wait, they're pressing the espresso,
Yes. And then
putting water through it, probably some sort of pressurized system.
yes, yeah,
it
yeah,
must
yeah.
be.
And then
Which regular
bag.
espresso is very pressure based, is it not?
It is. It's pressurized here.
I thought it was gravity based.
No, I mean it's both. So you get like a 10 to 15 bar, depending on what it is, of pressure inside a like steam chamber, and that is pushing the water really quickly through the coffee, the puck in the portafilter, and then the outside is creating espresso.
Okay.
You ever have what is that beautiful, there's perfect objects in this world. There's like one of my favorite Legos is the Lego skeleton. You know him?
Yeah, I've seen
That
him.
to me is like a perfect object.
He's gorgeous.
Just beautifully designed. And one of them is that little coffee machine, the Italian one, the little metal one.
Oh,
is
a mocha pot.
A mocha pot.
Mocha pot. Yeah.
So mocha pot is
MOKE?
MOKA.
Okay.
Mocha, but it's using like steam and basically physics. Okay.
I've never used one of those.
They're really cool. They're basically a reverse. Okay, if you think about an espresso machine that it's boiling water in a chamber and shooting the water down through the puck and doing that.
Yeah.
A mocha pot is upside down. So you put the coffee on the top and the water on the bottom. And as the water boils, it pressurizes and shoots up through the coffee and then puts it in the top chamber, and then you pour it into
I got to try one of those.
They're really cool.
My wife went to Italy 2 years ago and was like, we got to get a mocha pot. We never did.
They're fun.
But I've always it's always been one of those things where I look at it and go, how the hell does that work? And now I know.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we had a broken mocha pot. And I have a very vivid memory of my mom putting it on the thing. And you could hear when it would start to whistle, it was about to explode. Because if something happens with the mocha pot, if the coffee was too fine or whatever, then the pressure builds up in the bottom. And it can blow the gasket.
You made a grenade in your house.
And so I remember going, get down! And I literally remember going, what? Because it's boiling hot also. So we hit the deck and it went all over the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
That's
probably
How
more
is the
vivid in my
top
memory.
attached? Is it like screwed on?
It's screwed on.
So
but
when it
I
blows
think-
off, it's
I think that ours was broken. Maybe it was cracked or something.
There's a spout.
Yeah, so it's basically two chambers. There's a little chamber here and a chamber up here and a tube in the middle, and at the top of the tube or in the middle of the tube, the coffee is right there. So basically when water heats up, it turns into steam and goes up. So there's nowhere for it to escape. So the water starts going boop and it gets pushed up by the steam through the coffee, and then it comes out of the spout, and then it's in the
That's
top
very
chamber.
similar to
Pour it in the thing.
just like a classic camping coffee.
Yeah.
Where it's
yeah.
spouts through the top and then sort of rains down.
Yeah.
But you're saying about instant coffee is now becoming something that is like third wave and nice.
Are they getting better at it?
Yeah, because you can now use a dehydrator, and if you brew hot coffee and then you can freeze it, and then after you flash freeze it, you put it through a dehydrator, and it just takes out the water, and that's all it does. And then you have this powder, and you take the powder and you add water, and it's coffee again. And
Have you
it's
seen
like
these-
really good.
These cups, these pucks, people do the pucks.
People do
Oh
pucks.
yeah, Cometeer is a company that does that, and it's great.
Is that legit? Yeah.
So same process. They're basically taking coffee and they are brewing a concentrate, not dissimilar from cold brew. It's cold brew adjacent in that it is less acidic and more kind of base. So you get less like acid from a coffee, but you'll get everything else. And then it's a little concentrated puck. You add hot water and it becomes coffee.
I gotta try some of those.
I would like to do that.
I use Cometeer every day.
Really? I would love to do stuff. I want my whole life to be stuff like that. I want to be drinking Soylent.
Yeah.
I want to be like, I want
There's
to
a
feel
lot
like
of
I'm a
times-
space man.
I love meals and food, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, I want pill food.
What's
Yeah.
great
As an
about
option.
The pill food piece of it is like I'll make like a Chemex or something in the morning.
Yeah.
And then for my second coffee,
You
I'm
got the
like,
puck.
How many cups of drink you drinking a day?
I mean, today this is 3, I think. And then I might probably have.
You know what I've been getting into
It's 10
lately?
o'clock.
Yeah, yeah.
Decaf at night.
I used to do that.
Love decaf.
I
A
used
10
to do
p.m.
decaf,
decaf.
I think good decaf is hard to come by sometimes.
It is. There's definitely like it tastes different.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just I just love the taste of coffee so much, and it's close enough
In
that
the
I'm like, this
winter,
is
I will
nice.
do a decaf at night.
So what's great, decaf is another one that like before, the last, I want to say like 8 to 10 years, decaf used to be really bad because they thought the only way to make decaf was by over roasting it.
Yeah.
And they would roast the caffeine out. But now
They're using chemicals?
yeah, but it's using chemicals in that like salt and it's like they're natural chemicals. They basically used something called Swiss water process, which you put all the coffee into water and it leaches out the caffeine.
Really?
And then they put everything else back in. It's like a whole thing, but it's a natural way to.
It seems like it's gotten better.
It has gotten way better. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can I say this is the best cup of coffee I've ever had, and not because of the taste,
Just
but because I have so much more respect for it.
It's coffee is like it's everything, man. It's so complicated.
Like when you're watching, you hear these people talk about stuff, and you go, "Oh man, I want to eat." You're watching like Food Network. You're like, "I want to eat that," or like, but now I get to literally have coffee while we're talking about
Last
it.
night-
This is making me want a cup of coffee.
No, totally.
It's right here.
And this is the thing. When you get into coffee, it makes you want more coffee. You're like, I've got all these gadgets. Like I want to get, makes you buy it.
Last night when I was incepted into researching coffee, I started to at one point just read a full book about sort of the process of, like the regions where they get it from. And I only read like a chapter or two and I was like, this is not going to be the most efficient way to find interesting facts. But I'm going to finish it because it was really.
It's really fascinating. I think that this project, being in the Quizard's pit, will change my life in a way that
We've only done 3 episodes and I've really enjoyed being forced to research these things.
Because I'm literally trawling the world for new fascinations.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find like interesting things that we don't already like. There's a lot of interesting facts about some of the stuff we've covered,
Right.
but I'm trying to
and we try and bypass those.
Yeah.
Speaking of interesting facts, what
do you got?
Here's a second one, and I think that this one might be a little bit normy.
That's okay.
So
That's okay.
forgive.
Normal facts are good.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the origin of the Americano.
Yes.
Oh, I'm curious about this.
Do you know this?
Well, I don't. I know.
I think you know.
I feel like you probably know.
Is it just that they were like American coffee? They're drinking something with a little bit more water, so they're like we're adding water to it.
Wrong.
No.
See, I don't know.
This is fascinating.
Learning.
Is it about soldiers?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Americano came about because American soldiers in Italy during World War II found the espresso to be too bitter and not tasty.
Yeah.
And so the Italians would literally just add water.
Yeah.
And that
To try to approximate like an American cup of joe.
Yeah, so Americans were really all about drip coffee. That's all we really had.
Yeah, right.
For the longest time. And so it's so funny to me when how recent the stuff is because we take this for granted in the modern day and age where it's like we could have everything we want, know? But like there's no chance in hell that like 50 years ago anybody would know what the hell matcha was. And now I can get it wherever the hell, in America.
Totally, yeah.
It's just stuff was so foreign for such a long time. And now we have access because of the globalization of
it is
the
still
world.
tricky in Europe to get like
certain
a
things.
drip coffee
I know.
at a lot of places.
I know.
Which when we were on our honeymoon, we were in Lisbon and we found like a third wave coffee place that had drip coffee. And I was like, because we had been like a week since I had like a drip coffee. And I'm sure
You've just been drinking the best coffee of your life. And you're like, if somebody could just
I can appreciate espresso and lattes and stuff, but they're not my go-to. I just really love drip coffee. I do.
I'm also
I'm a
a drip.
big fan, yeah.
I mean, I usually my order at a coffee shop is can I get a drip and an espresso? And
that's nice.
If you get an espresso to stay, usually it comes with a little sparkling water if it's a nice coffee shop.
Oh, wow.
And so
I might adopt a drip and an espresso.
It's my favorite thing ever.
'Cause
It's a lot of
I love-
caffeine.
You
but-
love your liquids.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the world is having some cocktails at a dinner, eating a big dinner, and then at the end of the meal, getting a nice espresso or a coffee.
It's so good to just a little dessert and an espresso.
I've been doing this for so long, and people call me crazy. Where I go,
when I was
Love it.
I go, they're serving it, so obviously I can have it.
it's really it's elegant. When I was a kid, my dad would always get coffee after a meal, and we'd always be like, "Come on, we want to get home and watch."
Yeah.
What?
America's
Anora.
Funniest Home Videos, hosted by Bob Saget.
Of course.
I accidentally fell asleep the other day watching Family Feud. Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
And it on my Apple TV would just then feed me America's Funniest Home Videos. And then yesterday I got a message on my phone in my busy day that said, It's Apple TV saying there's another episode of America's Funniest Home Videos.
Who's hosting now?
So good.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's good.
I can imagine that. Does he do voices for the videos?
Yeah.
Good.
It's kind of a bygone thing.
doing here?
It's like America's Funniest Home Videos, like it's about modern videos. It's still
Pretty
on.
crazy.
It's crazy.
That's
that they
crazy
have it,
because I feel like it's like everything is just on social media. So are they
Right.
just taking like Instagram Reels?
Yeah, but do you want to scroll or do you want to sit down and
I do
be
wanna
taken
sit.
on a little journey?
I like it. I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this a lot.
It's honestly the same format. It's crazy. It hasn't changed almost at all. But anyway, sorry. Continue. Your dad got coffee after dinner.
I just always found it extremely annoying. But then you grow up
Yeah.
and then you're like, you know what? He was onto something.
Ain't that just the way?
And now when we go out to dinner with my folks, me and my dad are like, it's time for coffee or a
That's
little
nice.
espresso.
That's so nice.
It's really
That's
nice.
That's about all I had on the Americano. It's 2 shots of espresso with roughly 4 to 5 shots of water. It's like either a 1 to 3, 1 to 4 ratio.
Yeah.
So
You can do like what's funny about like most drinks with coffee, because I think also maybe like people in the audience are like, I don't know that much about coffee and I feel overwhelmed at a coffee shop.
Get a drip.
Get a drip. But also if you want to know all the drinks, every drink is just a combination of amount of milk, size, and espresso.
Yeah, they've got those great charts that show
Yeah.
you like every drink.
I
and
never
the
think
combos.
about it until I go to. Here's my coffee knowledge when I go into a coffee shop. I know that I will drink cold brew if I have to. I would prefer ice drip,
Oh, you mean iced coffee?
like ice brewed coffee.
I don't touch the cold stuff.
Well, iced brew, you mean like Japanese iced coffee?
No, just like whatever brew. Well, okay, see now I'm learning. See, I don't want cold brew.
No,
'Cause
yeah, you want
at a
iced coffee.
I want iced coffee.
Yeah, which is so basically it's brewing. You'll put a brew basket and you'll brew it into a pitcher of ice.
Yeah.
which will dilute it and you brew it concentrated.
Yeah.
So that way it's iced coffee and it's more acidic. Cold brew is like not acidic and too powerful.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I like. And so when I go to a coffee shop where it's like sometimes the only iced coffee they have is cold brew. But I like seeing like brewed coffee with ice.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
No, I like I like that too.
Because I don't really like cold brew. It's not a flavorful
it's not my jam.
experience.
Not my jam.
But I will have it if I have to. But it's that or hot coffee with milk, and I really don't do anything else.
I was getting a lot of Cuban coffees down in Key West, and I liked them.
Those make your ass
Cuban
explode.
coffee.
That's like a cafe con leche a little bit. It might be that
Is it
exactly.
sweet?
It's sweet.
Yeah, that's right. You can there's some people do like you put I don't know if this is all Cuban coffees, but you put sugar in the portafilter before you pull the espresso.
I've seen that.
I think they might have like condensed milk in there too.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, which is a little sweet.
I mean, it's all around the world, with the exception of America. They're playing around with like sweet and spicy in a way that we just can't even handle. You know, because they're adding like a mole sauce is like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just sweet. There's so much sweet in like even in like Asian dishes, and there's like you're putting like coconut sugar and stuff,
Yeah,
and like
right.
there's so much more sugar in things than like
We're scared.
we're
But we
scared.
use so much sugar, I feel like, in just everything.
Yeah, but not in like
Snickers.
we're not very good
Snickers
at
did notoriously.
That's true.
Even in Snickers these days.
But we're so like we're so like binary with like our dinner is savory, our desserts are sweet.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
both.
We
Yeah,
don't
it's
mess
bullshit.
around too much with like
Yeah.
you know, mixing flavors.
Yeah. Even when people get kettle corn, they're like, salt and sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
My next fact.
Here we go.
Okay, this is an interesting one.
We'll be the judge of that.
Okay,
Judge Miles.
this is from 1674.
Oh, I know what this is.
Do you know what this is?
No, I don't.
1674. Is this when espresso was invented?
There was
No.
this sort of
That was Fetty Wap's first attempt.
open letter published that was a sort of a takedown of coffee, and I actually didn't write down the.
Really?
It was a group of women who came out against the quote newfangled abominable heathenish liquor called coffee.
Mm.
Whoa! Now, what's neat, and this is crazy to think about.
I actually do think this is encroaching on one of my actions. So I'll just jump right in. No. I have plenty.
Okay. So this letter came out in 1674. Coffee houses first opened in Europe
Yeah.
in the 1650s.
Oh, that's amazing.
Can you imagine,
Yeah.
like, coffee being a new thing
That's
and just
crazy.
losing your fucking mind over it? I would be going crazy. So they became like, the place
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go and talk about things similar like taverns, you know, in the U.S. During the Revolution. This was also the case when I was in Lisbon, which I just mentioned. Coffee houses there were a huge part of the culture for a long time. It became like the sort of public house. So there was this sort of screed about coffee that was published. Some people think that it was published by the royals, because Charles II realized that maybe a lot of political unrest, these ideas were being traded at coffee houses.
Oh,
but some of the quotes from this like pamphlet that went around, let's see here. Coffee drinking was such an intellectual, effeminate pastime that it had rendered their husbands impotent and, quote, as untruthful as those desserts whence that unhappy berry is said to be brought.
Whoa. Yeah, it's a berry.
It is a berry. Here's
seed.
Here's the other quotes from this that are very
berry.
funny.
It's like a red berry.
It's a little berry.
And then there's a seed, but the bean.
The bean's kind of inside of it.
But is the bean a seed? I should know.
The bean's like a seed. There's like a sort of
coffee cherry,
milky coating, like a silvery sheath around it.
Sheath. Oh,
a sheath. Here's another quote. For any woman of sense or spirit, For can any woman of sense or spirit endure with patience that when she approaches the nuptial bed, expecting a man that should answer the vigor of her flames, she, on the contrary, should only meet a bed full of bones and hug a meager, useless corpse. They sup muddy water and murmur insignificant notes till half a dozen of them outbabble an equal number of us at gossiping.
Whoa.
Wow.
Because they're at the coffee houses yapping it up.
By the way, yapping it up and they're impotent.
You give me a cup of coffee, I'm gonna start yapping. I've had this experience so many times where I've like sitting with somebody and I'm like, yeah, we're having a nice conversation. And then I'll be like, after the coffee cup goes, I'm immediately way more chatty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works. It does the damn job.
Loose.
Caffeine's good.
Yeah.
Caffeine's good, baby.
Is that the extent of that?
That's the extent of that.
Okay.
You got a little.
I have a precursor and a postcursor to that.
Yes.
Postcursor?
Postcursor? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So where am I at here? Okay. Yes. What you said is correct.
Yeah.
Right after that, the coffee was like, it came about in the Ottoman Empire. Coffee houses came out in the Ottoman Empire. And then they started filtering into Europe.
Yeah.
And
filtering into Europe. Very good.
Really good.
Really nice.
And that is that kind of cultural exchange is what many people think caused the Age of Enlightenment.
Wow.
Coffee?
Yes. So this is
when you think about it, coffee is like one of the great unifiers.
Yeah. It not only gets people talking, but it gets people thinking in a way that they hadn't been doing before.
That's fascinating.
Because for so long, I noticed this because there was a video, you know Townsend's? This is a video, a YouTube channel where this guy makes old meals. He'll like, here's how I make an old beef stew. Here's how they would do it. I'm using all the same tools. You're here, I'm going to make a cake or whatever. But every time he talks about what would people eat in every day, you know? Yeah. And he talks about like what they would eat for breakfast, what they would eat for lunch, what they eat for dinner. And everything is accompanied by beer.
You know what they were doing?
Right.
Yeah, in like their breakfast in ancient Greece or Rome, it was always like stale bread dipped in wine.
Yes.
Which it's kind of.
Is that because that's the way to preserve water?
It was because I have an answer to this.
Just give it.
Oh.
It's because that they preferred beer and wine because the water sources were pretty questionable.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
They could have treated it in that process, so it was like safer to drink.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
There's a video, and I don't know the channel, so apologies, but I think if you search for it, you'll find it. There's a history video that's basically like talking about like restaurants in ancient Greece or Rome that were essentially like fast food. And like what you could order there.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't remember.
Because they would talk about, I remember seeing a video about what they would, was it? God, I really wish we could shout it out.
Let me see if I can look it up.
But there was I don't know if it was Joshua Weissman or maybe the Josh from Mythical.
Oh, yeah.
They're both Josh.
Two Joshes.
Talked about what, and maybe it was someone else, but they talked about like what the food was at a Coliseum. Like what was the stuff you'd get at the Coliseum?
Yeah. It was on Tasting History. I forgot the guy's name who hosts that. It's a great channel. What's this guy's name? I don't know. Tasting History, really good.
Tasting History.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so they would always drink like beer or wine, which if you imagine you're waking up and you're drinking beer, that's gotta be a pretty rough road for the rest of the day.
Kind of a wild day.
Can we get Ryan Bergara on the line?
Fuck. Hey, you drinking beer in the morning?
3 times a day, and they're like working all day.
Yeah.
So like
People are fucking lit. That's crazy. 3 times a day.
So when coffee showed up, they were like,
wait a minute.
my brain's going 1,000 miles a minute.
Yeah.
Apparently Voltaire would drink 50 cups a day.
Of coffee?
Yeah, when it first came.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Do you have anything about like the suspected origins of it? Because I didn't include that because it seemed a little apocryphal.
You're talking about the
maybe.
dancing goats?
The dancing goats.
Yeah, I found that was like hard
it seemed
to
like a
confirm.
legend. Yeah, people were like, these goats are eating this bean and going crazy.
Yeah.
And then so they started like fucking around with it, and they were just like. And this is, I mean, I'm sure elements of this are true, but they were just amazed at like the ability of this drink to like keep you awake and energetic. And like, they were like, it supercharges your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the Age of Enlightenment, it ran from about 1685 to 1815. A ton of scientific advancements, a lot of political unrest, the French Revolution and the American Revolution. And
people sobered up.
Literally. They got to go.
Clearly.
They got to, and this is why you think that the people think that maybe the royal family did this because they were like they're thinking quite a lot.
Like holy shit.
And then so both the French Revolution and the American Revolution are attributed to just people gathering in coffee houses, having their brains kind of supercharged, and then chatting. And so the other thing that I find, and this is all one fact because I have this all in one. It's all in one bullet. The coffee became patriotic in America because of the taxation on tea. So they were like, it's unpatriotic to drink tea in America.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're taxing us over here. So we need to be drinking coffee.
I love
drip.
that. I love that.
And then
drip.
There's a letter from John Adams to his wife Abigail where he says, look, I know we love tea, but we can't be seen drinking this. We have to switch to coffee.
This is like Canadians buying American products.
Yeah,
they're like, no more.
Can't be seen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
we support you on that.
And so that's essentially why the American Revolution happened is because because of coffee.
That is so fascinating. And also makes a ton of sense. Like people are drunk as fuck, tired, working all day.
And you could even think about, sorry, I'm excited about this.
No, this is, I love it.
But you could even think about how like quickly things have advanced in the last 300 years.
Yeah, we just started drinking that.
We're like, oh, we can go to space? No! Let's go.
How come we never thought to go to that moon up there?
And then the Italians are like, we gotta have coffee in space. We don't stop there. Really, I was blown away to read all this.
Yeah, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
So cool.
It also makes me think of I always think about prohibition and how bad, because you hear a lot about prohibition, but you don't hear about it was really fucking bad. In America, it was like everyone was so drunk, productivity was at 0, everybody was dying. It was like people discovered liquor and distilleries, and then it was just like the way that the cultural impact of a beverage that became popular.
It's really nuts.
Huge, yeah.
And I can't wait to see what Red Bull has an effect.
Celsius,
Red Bull, Monster.
You heard about the new?
They got people going up. Red Bull literally has people going up to space and jumping back down.
By the way, really good point.
I forgot he did that. That was cool.
It was
Felix Baumgartner.
Yeah, was that his name?
Yeah,
I can't believe I remember his name.
That's my fact. Kind of the everything gotta happen because of coffee.
That's great.
That's huge.
That feels like a nice cap on everything. Was that your second or third?
Could be my second and third.
That was your second.
I don't really know. What else do I have here? Am I missing another page?
I've got one more. And
I have one more.
Okay,
really
I started.
one.
Okay, this is my final one. And this, I feel like that one felt like a nice capstone to the whole thing. So this feels like we're backtracking.
Sure. Sorry.
No, it's okay. That was beautiful. I really liked that. I did.
No one will be able to see the face you made to me just now.
Not on camera.
Okay, mine's about Balzac. Balzac?
Yeah.
the writer.
I saw this Balzac stuff.
Did you see some Balzac
I
stuff?
saw some Balzac stuff.
I've never read anything by him. I started last year reading Father Goriot. His masterwork is called The Human Comedy, and it's like 100 novels and stories that all are related and are just like, he's French, you know, he had a lot of time.
What's his first name? Jacques?
Honore
de Balzac?
Honore
Honoré
de Balzac.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He was also
I started reading one of his books and I found it really, really tough to hang with.
Oh,
but I'd like to give it another shot someday. He was known, and there's a lot of conflicting reports about it, but similar to Voltaire, he was known to drink like 30 to 50 cups of coffee a day.
It's quite a lot of coffee.
Quite a lot.
Crazy.
And
We should do that one day.
That's interesting.
I'm the Voltaire diet.
Yeah.
I drink like Voltaire for one day.
That would be good. Well, people.
That's yours. You can have that.
Okay. Now, people do think that he died of caffeine poisoning.
I didn't know that could happen.
I also have that on here, which I was going to skip, but I can give you some information on caffeine poisoning.
And at certain points, he was like, it was like losing its edge on him. So he was also known to just eat coffee grounds.
He was like a fucking raccoon.
Yeah, and
I like that.
I have this.
Horrifying.
He published like this little write up about coffee at some point, and this is a little long.
It
but
just
I
says
think
all caps. Good. Need more.
I think it's worth reading because he gets into his technique here. Here's what he says. I have discovered a horrible, rather brutal method that I recommend only to men of excessive vigor, men with thick black hair and skin covered with liver spots,
Oh.
men with big square hands and legs shaped like bowling pins.
Where?
It is a question of using finely pulverized, dense coffee, cold and anhydrous, consumed on an empty stomach. This coffee falls into your stomach, a sack whose velvety interior is lined with tapestries of suckers and papillae. The coffee finds nothing else in the sack, and so it attacks these delicate and voluptuous linings. It acts like a food and demands digestive juices. It wrings and twists the stomach for these juices, appealing as a pythoness appeals to her god. It
Jesus.
brutalizes these beautiful stomach linings as a wagon master abuses ponies. The plexus becomes inflamed. Sparks shoot all the way up to the brain. From that moment on, everything becomes agitated. Ideas quick march into motion and like battalions of a grand army to its legendary fighting ground, and the battle rages. Memories charge in, bright flags on high. The cavalry of metaphor deploys with a magnificent gallop. The artillery of logic rushes up with clattering wagons and cartridges. On imagination's orders, sharpshooters sight and fire. Forms and shapes and characters rear up. The paper is spread with ink. For the nightly labor begins and ends with torrents of this black water, as a battle opens and concludes with black powder.
That is gorgeous.
And it killed him, allegedly.
I'm like, okay, my dream is to own a coffee shop one day and
Just have that on the wall.
No, literally, I'm like painted out.
That's
like,
really good.
it's so
the whole
beautiful.
piece is really good. It's a little bit longer than that. It's not super long. It's maybe like 4 or 5 more, paragraphs, but it's really, he
gorgeous.
fucking loved the stuff.
Yeah, I can just imagine him writing
coffee grounds.
Yeah,
on his
all over his
beard.
face.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was said to drink like 30 to 50 cups a day and just like write for like 15 hours at a time.
I mean,
wild.
he's kind of describing my morning every single day because I don't eat until lunch.
I do often have
And I just
coffee on an empty stomach. But he was
coffee.
just grounds, which is
But him describing it going in like a sack that explodes in your body and sends shot. I mean, that's cool.
By the way, also, was there any other stimulant at this time? Like
cocaine. I don't know.
I know, but
I don't
they
know
didn't
when
have
cocaine was around.
Well, they probably smoked. Did they smoke tobacco?
They were doing opium a lot.
Opium.
yeah.
But that doesn't jazz you up, yeah.
So it's like tobacco. I guess
Snuff.
I would have had
Snuff. Is snuff also tobacco?
but it's a different type of stimulant. I
Yeah,
wonder.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's what coffee is. So it.
Yeah. And you're right. It really was. Everybody was just kind of asleep for the longest time. And then they just started
Opium,
going nuts.
yeah, it's like opium.
Yeah, they were literally just
Drunk
in
on
binges.
opium. The first guy, and by the way, it probably felt like at some point, like the first people to have coffee were like, "Holy shit, everything is really bad."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
Truly.
that's crazy.
Man, they were really just like, no, the government's probably got us. It's crazy, dude.
Jesus.
I did read that thing about Balzac being having 50 and I got into it because I was like, can that really be true?
There's a little bit of conflicting information, but I think people do think he died of a caffeine overdose.
Yeah, and that makes sense. 15,000 or 5,000 grams of caffeine. That's what that is.
5,000 grams?
5,000 grams
Per day?
is 50 cups of coffee because it's about 100, right? I looked into it and I was like, do people really caffeine overdose?
Milligrams?
Milligrams, excuse me. Yeah. Sorry. 5,000 milligrams.
Yeah.
Which is 5 grams? I don't really know how it works.
Actually,
Whatever.
Stupid. But I did very quickly pull up some information from the Food and Drug Administration because they say you're supposed to not supposed to have, like, safe is like 400 milligrams of caffeine a day.
Yeah.
Probably around there. Maybe a little more. But there's a kind of new danger with this concentrated pure caffeine powder that a lot of people use to make their own energy drinks at home. Ew, indeed. It's 1 teaspoon of powdered caffeine, which they have, is equal to 28 cups of coffee.
Oh my God.
1 teaspoon. Now, we were talking about how big a teaspoon is.
Bigger than you think.
Bigger than you think.
Still pretty small, though.
The serving size on the tin is 1/16 of a teaspoon.
How do you even measure that?
And so a lot of these people are mismeasuring and just going like,
Oh my God, that sounds horrible. Being overcaffeinated is horrible. I've had an ego death for having like 1 too many cups of coffee on a day and be like, oh, I'm just like panicky and oh my God, I'm
get antsy.
Yeah, I'm getting antsy. I'm worried about everything. Yeah, like
1,000%.
To have 28 cups of coffee in one, that's crazy.
600 milligrams of caffeine you can start to experience headaches, dizziness, and heart palpitations, which is probably where you're talking about.
Yeah.
1,200 milligrams can lead to toxic effects such as seizures. And those people are doing, I think, 28 cups of coffee. That's probably 2,800 milligrams.
But caffeine could it kill you?
Yes.
Oh, it can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of like, I remember growing up when the energy drink craze was popping off when I was in high school. People were like, don't drink a Red Bull and go do soccer or whatever because you could kill yourself.
It's also your heart. Like you can overdose of caffeine, but also it just shocks your heart.
Overdoing your heart. So yeah, Balzac. Is it the Balzac or is it Balzac?
The Harry Balzac.
I think he's generally referred to as just Balzac.
Now. Okay, my last little fact, and this is a quick one, is that the invention of the webcam was created to watch a coffee pot.
What?
Yep.
What?
The very first webcam was invented at Cambridge University in 1991 and was set up to monitor a coffee pot. Researchers.
Oh, I thought you said coffee bot. I was like, a coffee robot?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Coffee pot's good.
Coffee ready. They were tired of researchers were tired of making the trip to the break room only to find an empty coffee pot. So they engineered a camera
That's really
and
good.
created the first live video stream just to check if there was coffee left. 128 by 128 pixel grayscale image that showed it was on the internet and was left up for 10 years and became famous with people checking in on the coffee pot.
Now it's not there anymore, though. They should bring it back.
2001, they discontinued it.
It
probably looked like shit.
Yeah, grayscale 128 by 128. That's so cool. But it's coffee. I think the reason why I've always had a fascination with it is there's so many different avenues to go down of like, there's the history of it. There's the growing process, which is this whole piece. The processing process, like you were talking about the sheath.
Yeah.
See, if you wash, coffee tastes completely different. If you do a natural process, you don't do anything to it. If you do the wash process, if you do there's a bunch of different types
sometimes they take the cherry. What's the cherry called? Because they make like a soda out of it.
Oh, like Cascara.
Yeah.
Cascara
fizz.
Cascara fizz is really good.
It's really good.
And it tastes like a little bit,
Coffee, the second most traded commodity, second to oil.
That's what I thought. Yeah, it's crazy.
We haven't tried drinking oil. What is that?
Ooh. Now that's interesting.
Don't drink oil.
Don't do that. But yeah, I think also with coffee, it is a remarkable if you think about the amount of process. Obviously, whatever. If you are somebody that drinks Folgers and you're at home, I think that's fine. If that's what you can afford, that's great. But I think when people go to a coffee shop and they're shocked by how expensive it is, it's actually shocking that it is not more expensive.
I need you to get on the mic a little bit more. You can't hear yourself, so it's.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I can't hear myself. But it's shocking that it is not more expensive because it has to be flown all the way across the
such a
world,
process.
processed and grown over the course of months and months and months. It finally gets here, and you have to roast it in industrial roasters and then ship it again. Like there's so many different, levels of process it has to go through before it gets put.
Yeah.
The that thing about the dancing goats also had just like one of those stories where you're like, could this be possible? Could this possibly be the origin of it? But it is the question of like, well, how did they get to this place? Because they were like, there's this very long, convoluted story where like they brought the beans back to a village, and the guy was like, I don't want those beans, and he threw them in the fire. And then they were like, wait a minute, those smell pretty good. What if we put them in water?
Yeah, and it's like, well, yeah, but it's also maybe that happened over like thousands of years.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. All right. This is going up the tube.
It's going up the tube.
We're going to hopefully go back home. Miles, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys for
It's
having
been a
me.
pleasure.
This was a joy.
We hope you make it back safe, but we don't know how it works.
We don't. Man, that'd be sad if you died. We've been okay so far. Oh, what I meant to tell you is that time doesn't stop. Time stops when we're up here.
Yeah, so you'll go back to wherever
But do
you
I
were.
remember that I've been sucked?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You'll remember.
We remember.
So your kid will be on the counter with a knife just where you left
Yeah.
him.
No, okay.
Okay, that's it. That's
It's happening. Okay, we're going
Here we
back.
go.
Give us a call at 818-275-4585 or give us an email at quizardspit@gmail.com. You can follow us on the Quizards Pit at Instagram, whatever.
Yeah, Quizards Pit.
YouTube.com/watcherpodcast if you're already here right now.
Follow Miles at Miles Bond.
Follow me at Mars Bond.
Ad-free and extended on...
Watcher TV.
Yes.
We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh!